Good morning students. In this video we are going to learn the divisibility rules in the name of the chapter HCF and LCM. HCF means highest common factor and LCM is nothing but least common multiple. In this chapter the first concept is divisibility rules. So to check, to find whether a number is divisible by the given number. So how can you check by performing the division? By performing the division, you can find whether a number is divisible by another number or not, and check whether the remainder is 0 or not. So when you get the remainder 0, then that number is called exact number. Exact number. So for some problems, it consists of more than 6 digits. For the problems, the process is long by performing the actual division. For that we have some divisibility rules. From these divisibility rules you can easily solve the problem. You can easily perform the division. That means without actual division. Only by seeing the number you can say whether the number is completely divisible or not. What do you mean by completely divisible? For example, take this number. So in 2 table 2 5s 10. So the remainder is 0. So then this number is called completely divisible. So the numbers which leaves the remainder 0 are called exact numbers or completely divisible numbers. So from these divisibility rules you can say whether the number is completely divisible or not by without performing the actual division. Let me say what are the rules. The first rule is divisibility rule by 2. Divisibility rule by 2. For example, take these numbers 27, 88, 204, 62, 87. Let me solve. 2. So 2 ones 2. 2 minus 2, 0. Now take down this 7. In 2 table we have 7? No. At this time we have to take the nearest and smallest number. So nearest and smallest number to 7 is 2 3s 6. So 7 minus 6 1. Is it completely divisible? No. Now take 88. So 2 4s 8. 8 minus 8 0. Now take down this 8. So 2 4s 8. 8 minus 8 0. Now this number is called completely divisible. Which remains the remainder? 0. Now move to the next one. 204. So 2 ones 2. 2 minus 2 0. Now take down this 0. So 2 zeros 0. 0 minus 0 0. Now take down this 4. 2 twos 4. 4 minus 4 0. So this number is also called the completely divisible number. Why? Because it leaves the remainder 0. So the numbers which leaves the remainder 0 are called completely divisible. Can you solve all these problems only by actual division? Yes, some problems take more time. For this we have divisibility rules. In that the first one is the divisibility rule by 2. So how can you say whether these numbers are divisible by 2 or not without performing actual division? This process is called actual division. So without performing this actual division, how can you say these numbers are divisible by 2 or not? So if you see there is a or there should be 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 in ones place. So there should be 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 in ones place. Then the numbers are completely divisible by 2. For example, take this number. In ones place there is a 7. In ones place there is 7. Is this number is completely divisible by 2? No. By actual division we can solve. We get the remainder 1. So this number is not divisible by 2. Why? Because it leaves the remainder 1. Now move to the second one. 88. In ones place there is 8. By performing actual division, we get the remainder 0. That is completely divisible. So according to the rule, there should be 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8. Yes, there is 8 in ones place. There is 8 in ones place. So 88 is completely divisible by 2. Now move to the next one. In ones place there is 4. So according to the rule, there should be 4 in ones place. So it is completely divisible. We can also solve this by actual division. We get the remainder 0. Now in this one, the ones place digit is 7. According to the rule, there is no 7 in ones place. So it is not divisible. It is not divisible by 2. So this is the rule to find whether a number is completely divisible by 2 or not. So once again, divisibility rule by 2 is nothing but there should be 0 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 in ones place. Then the numbers are completely divisible by 2. Now move to the next rule. What is the rule? Divisibility rule by 3. Divisibility rule by 3. So take 36, 489, 261. Yes. Divisibility rule is nothing but without performing the actual division, you can say whether these numbers are divisible by given number or not. So here divisibility rule by 3. So what is the divisibility rule by 3? Yes. If the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3. Yes, the divisibility rule by 3 is nothing but the sum of the digits is a multiple of 3, then the given number is completely divisible by the 3. So suppose take 36. Sum of the digits is nothing but adding the given digits. That is 3 plus 6 equal to 9. Is a multiple of 3? Yes. 3 3 is 9. It is a multiple of 3. So 36 is completely divisible by 3. Now second one, 489. Sum of the digits is nothing but adding the digits. 4 plus 8 plus 9. So 17 plus 4, 21. Isn't it? 21 is a multiple of 3? Yes. 3 7 is 21. Yes. 489 is also completely divisible by 3. Now, the third number is 261435. So, sum of the digits is nothing but adding the digits. 2 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5. So 2 plus 6, 8, 9, 13, 16, 21. Yes, 21. Also a multiple of 3. So it is completely divisible by 3. Take one more number. That is 260432. 0432. See, adding the digits 2 6 plus 0 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2. 2 plus 6 8, 8 plus 4, 8 plus 0 8, 8 plus 4 10, 10 plus 3 13, 13 let it be 1. 13 plus 1, 14 is not a multiple of 3, isn't it? 14 is not a multiple of 3. In 3 table we have 14? No. So this number is not divisible by 3. This is the divisibility rule by 3. From this you can say whether the numbers are completely divisible by 3 or not. Only by adding the digits. Sum of the digits is a multiple of 3. If you add the digits, the answer should be the multiple of 3. Then that number is completely divisible by 3. If not, then that number is not completely divisible by 3. Now, divisibility rule by 6. Divisibility rule by 6. So the rule is if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then that number is divisible by 6. Divisible by 6. See, if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then that number is divisible by 6. For example, take 32, 28, 640, so see first 31. So according to divisibility rule by 2, there is 2 in one's place, so it is divisible by 2. 32 is divisible by 2. Now divisibility rule by 3 is the sum of the digits, that is 3 plus 2 equal to 5. 3 plus 2 equal to 5, not a multiple of 3. Not a multiple of 3. That means it is not divisible by 3. So what is the rule? If a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, here only divisible by 2 but not by 3. So obviously it is not divisible by 6. See, 6 5s are 30. There is a remainder 2 na. So it is not completely divisible. So whether the numbers which are divisible by both 2 and 3, a number which satisfies both 2 and 3 rules, then that number satisfies divisibility rule by 6. Otherwise not. If a number is divisible by 2 but not by 3, then it is not divisible by 6 also. If a number is divisible by 3 but not by 2, it is not divisible by 6 also, like this. If a number satisfies both 2 and 3 rules, then that number satisfied 6 rule. Otherwise, no. Let me take 640. In one's place there is 0, so it is divisible by 2. So divisibility rule by 3 is the sum of the digits. 6 plus 4 equal to 10. Not a multiple of 3. Then that number is also not divisible by 6. A number which satisfies both 2 and 3 rules, then that number only satisfies 6 rule. Next, divisibility rule by 5. Divisibility rule by 5. In one's place, there should be 0 or 5. So in one's place there should be 0 or 5. Then the numbers are completely divisible by 5. So take 25, 3, 7, 4, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These numbers are completely divisible by 5. Why? Because in one's place there is a 5. So it is divisible by 5. In one's place there is 0. It is also divisible by 5. Let me check my actual division. So 5 sevens, 35. So 5 fours, 20. 5 nines, 45. 5 eights, 40. So you get the remainder 0, that is completely divisible by 5. Now in one's place there is a 5. It is also divisible by 5. So the divisibility rule by 5 is nothing but in one's place there should be 0 or 5. Then that number is completely divisible by 5. there should be 0. That is a 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 0. 3, 7, 9, 5, 0, etc. In ones place there is 0. There is 0. There is 0. Take one more number. 2, 4, 5, 9, 1. So in this number, the ones place does not consist of 0. So it is not divisible by 10. It is not divisible by 10. Let me see actual division. 200. 10 twos 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. So 10 zeros 0. It is completely divisible. Now take this number. 2, 4, 5, 9, 1. 10 twos 20. 10 fours 40. 10 fives 50. 10 nines 90. Yes, you will use the remainder 1. So it is not divisible. In ones place there is no 0, that too it is not completely divisible. So divisibility rule by 10 is nothing but there should be 0 in ones place. Then only it satisfies the divisibility rule by 10. Now one more point about divisibility rule by 10. If a number satisfies, if a number satisfies or if a number is divisible by both 2 and 5, both 2 and 5, then that number is completely divisible by 10. If a number is divisible by both 2 and 5, then that number is also divisible by 10. For example, take 220. So by 2, 2 ones 2, 0. Now 2 ones 2, 2 zeros 0. It is divisible by 2. Now with 5, 5 fours 20. Again 5 fours 20. It is also completely divisible by 5. Now 10. 10 twos 20. Again 10 twos 20. Yes, from this we can say that if a number is divisible by both 2 and 5, obviously it is divisible by 10. This is one more point about the divisibility rule by 10. Divisibility rule by 10 is it consists of in ones place there should be 0. And one more point is if a number is divisible by both 2 and 5, then that number is also divisible by 10. Now divisibility rule by 9. Divisibility rule by 9. Sum of the digits. Sum of the digits is divisible by 9. Then the number is divisible by 9. Take 33. That is equal to 3 plus 3 equal to 6. Is divisible by 9? No. Now sum of the digits 3 plus 0 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4. So 3 plus 0 3 plus 3 6. 6 plus 6 12. 12 plus 4 16. Is not divisible by 9. Now say 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. So 3 plus 1 4 plus 3 7 plus 3 10 plus 5 15. Is there 15 in 9 table? No. So it is not divisible by 9. Now 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 3. 3 plus 2 5. 5 plus 4 9. 9 plus 6 15. 15 plus 3 18. Is there 9 in, is there 18 in 9 table? Yes, 9 is 18 is there. So it is divisible by 9. So this number is divisible by 9. So sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So sum is nothing but you are adding the digits, you get the number. Then that number is divisible by 9 or not. If it is divisible, then that number is divisible by 9. Otherwise, it is not divisible. It is not divisible. Next, divisibility rule by 4. Divisibility rule by 4. If the last 3 digits are divisible by 4, last 3 digits are divisible by 4, then that number is completely divisible by 4. So take so let me check with actual division. So 4 3s, sorry, 4 5s 20, 4 9s 36, 4 1s 4, 4 2s 8, 4 1s 4. So now according to the rule, just check the last 3 digits. That is a 484. So 4 1s 4, 4 2s 8, again 4 1s 4. Now check the last 3 digits, you get the remainder 0. So according to the divisibility rule by 4, you just check the last 3 digits. If it is completely divisible, you can say that the whole number, that means the given number is completely divisible by 4. Otherwise, not. For example, if you take 483, the last 3 digits are 483. So the remainder is 3. So this number is not divisible by 4. Just take out the last 3 digits and check the actual division. If it is completely divisible, then the whole number is completely divisible by 4. Otherwise, not.